Hey, Redeemer family. It's 25 degrees outside, and we are making this video because we love you so much. And this is our monthly segment that we call Farm to Table, where we start here in the farm and we walk to our communion table and we interview someone from the church that you really need to know and give you some more information about how to connect with them in their ministry and such as well. And so today we have with us the Reverend Deacon Ashley Davis, Director of Pastoral Care here at Redeemer. Hey, Ashley.
Hey.
Shall we walk from the farm to the table?
Sure.
We can kind of do this if we need to because it's really
I'm
cold.
cold.
Okay. All right, Ashley.
Yes.
First question. Why are you named Ashley? Besides the fact that your parents named you that, where did your name come from?
Well, my name came from Gone with the Wind
Oh.
because he's actually one of the male protagonists. But my mom always thought it sounded like a girl name.
Okay.
So she liked it. And then my middle name is Anna. And I was named after my great-grandmother, Annabelle.
Yeah.
And that's where my daughter's name, Anna, comes from. And also she was named after my good friend from college who was her godmother.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you have a temptation to hold potatoes and go, I will never be hungry again?
I do not have that
that's
temptation.
okay. All right. Maybe if your name was
But,
Scarlett.
you know, I do love it when people say, Ashley, because it sounds like home.
So Ashley, you are the Director of Pastoral Care. What does the Director of Pastoral Care do at our church?
So mainly what I do is through other liaisons of people who are working in other parts of the church, as I hear about people's needs or people contact me, then I meet with them and talk with them and kind of figure out what kind of needs they might have, whether it's a loss of a job, a death in the family, or a financial need. And so I work with them to figure out what's the next step. Like, is it a short-term thing that can be fixed quickly, or is it a long-term thing where maybe they need to meet with a pastor or with a Stephen minister to offer ongoing care?
Yeah. Okay. So why do we need a Director of Pastoral Care? We have pastors around here. I'm one. Why do we need a Director of Pastoral Care?
So part of my job is kind of organizational, so that I make sure that deacons are deployed in different ways. Like we'll have deacons serve communion to people who are not able to come to the table for a long-term illness, or go to people who are in the hospital to do a healing prayer with them. And also just to make sure that everybody's kind of going in the right direction. So.
Right. Yes, and she does a lot of logistical and organizational aspects of things because Redeemer is a bigger and complicated place, and we want to make sure nobody falls through the cracks. We want to make sure everybody is well cared for, and we have tasked Ashley with that job. Part of the ordination vows that you took as a deacon was to communicate the needs of the world to the church,
That's
and
right.
that's what I see part of your role being. You mentioned Stephen ministers. What is a
Yes.
Stephen minister?
So a Stephen minister is a layperson who is trained. It's about 40 hours of training that goes into it, and it's really good, comprehensive, looking at things like assertiveness and boundaries, and how to help somebody who's grieving, how to help somebody who's experienced a loss, and then these lay ministers can then go meet with people. It's supposed to be once a week, but usually it's twice a month to just have somebody who's there. It's a ministry of presence, really, so that, you know, if you've lost a loved one and you need somebody to talk to, and it's not just a one-time only thing, that this person can kind of walk alongside you during the season of grief, usually, or loss.
Now, how many Stephen ministers do we have at Redeemer?
Right now we have 8, and I would love to see more. In fact, we're going to start a new cohort, I'm hoping, in January.
So if someone has a desire to help care for those who are in need within our church, and they are interested in learning more about being a Stephen minister, what do they do?
You should contact me.
Okay.
Or you can contact Jeff Ugentine, is also one of our Stephen ministry
Okay.
leaders, and Zach Kronquist is too.
Okay. And they can find all of you, except for maybe Jeff, on our website, right?
Yes.
To be able to connect with you that way as well. If one of the things that we like to say at at Redeemer is we want to make sure that everybody knows how deeply loved that they are. What would you say to someone who is in the church who maybe feels disconnected or has needs that they've been unwilling to share? What would your counsel for them be? How do we encourage them to not be alone in the things that they're struggling through?
That's a good question, because I think a lot of people sit silently with their pain.
Yeah.
So I would encourage people to share at least with some person in the congregation. If you feel comfortable coming to Dan or to me or to any of our deacons or to Jared, and that way, if I know about the need, then I can help take care of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, suffering in silence is not a part of being in a community. And, each of us have been gifted by the Holy Spirit to work within the body, to support the body. And so, I'd like to see everybody deployed using their spiritual gifts to build up the body.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're gifted here at Redeemer with Ashley as or ordained as a deacon. Our deacon's role is serving and caring and being a servant of course, of Christ, but to the congregation. And so Ashley's very gifted and does her job very well. And as she has said, connects you as you have needs with the folks who can come alongside of you and help you and support you as well, especially as we're entering into what can be very emotional time during the holiday season and such as well. We want to make sure that you are loved and well cared for as individuals in this place. And Ashley is the person who can help to ensure that happens. So reach out if you are in need in any way or just need someone to talk to about some things. Ashley can connect you with the right people. Or if you are saying, I really want to come alongside of those folks who might be hurting, Ashley's also the person you can talk to. She needs people to assist her because there's a lot of needs within the church as well. And so whether it's to be trained as a Stephen minister or just to love people and to serve people, Ashley can help get you connected with those things. So very thankful for the Reverend Deacon Ashley Davis as our Pastoral Care Director, and that is Farm to Table.